as in about later on the night, so in about 5.5 hours, close to 6 hours. I think the game starts at 8:30. We got the Atlanta Hawks going up against the Philadelphia 76ers in the deciding Game 7, in which, in my opinion, Philadelphia had no business letting it get this far, in my opinion. All right? Uh, I think Philadelphia should have won this in at least 5 games, but they out here sleepwalking, guys underperforming, Trae Young going off the way he is in these games, in this series, and as a result, you have what we have. Um, Philadelphia has a lot to lose on this thing, right? Especially Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons. Now, Ben Simmons, for all intents and purposes, has been outside of, playing defense on Trae Young. He's been non-existent scoring the basketball. Uh, and you got to think, if they fall behind, Doc Rivers don't need to be playing around. Like I said, you got quality guys like Matisse Thybulle. You can put him in there for defensive purposes, and then you can have Tobias Harris and Joel Embiid scoring the basketball, right? And you have the offense go through them. Maybe you could put in what's that guy's name? Shake Milton, right? So maybe you could put Shake Milton, Tyrese Maxey, those guys in the game, right? Get those guys running. As you can see, the role players are the ones that tend to play better at home, right? Of course, you rely on your big gun, Joel Embiid, to get you through, but it's those role players that, like the Tyrese Maxeys and the Matisse Thybulles and the Shake Miltons of the world. Those individuals, I believe, are the guys that's going to be the key to winning this series, right? If Ben Simmons can go out there and not get it done on the offensive end, and and you let Trae Young go off the way he does and all that, then you got guys that you can rely on, right? Now, especially with the pick and roll, because they were getting destroyed with the pick and roll, right? That's why I think you got to have a guy like Matisse Thybulle in the game, right? He can do all the dirty work. You're going to need guys that's going to go in there and do the dirty work, right? And then you also got Bogdanovich, a guy that they acquired from, well, they signed him as a free agent or whatever like that, but he came over from the Sacramento Kings. So you got that. You got that option. You also got Danilo Gallinari, a guy that they acquired from OKC, right? So the Hawks do have a deep team. They're not devoid of options. They lost DeAndre Hunter, and that really that loss they hurt. DeAndre Hunter going down for the year, that really hurt. But nevertheless, I still think the Hawks got enough. If they're gonna make this, if they're gonna pull off the upset, right? And if they upset the Philadelphia 76ers, man, then you got to break that team up. But I would not trade Joel Embiid. Ben Simmons, on the other hand, because we've known for years, even ever since Brett Brown was there, that there's been rifting between those two, right? So if they don't get it done, then look, I know a lot of people are trying to jump on KD last night for after he put up a 48-point performance and all that. Well, he went 0 for 6 for the field in overtime. Man, miss me with that shit, okay? Miss me with that. The guy gave everything he had on the court. He gave everything he had, and that's all. At the end of the day, that's all you can ask for. Because they're going to be a winner, there's going to be a loser. Now, Ben Simmons, on the other hand, all you guys was Gary and Jumbo KD, right? I need y'all to apply that same principle to Ben Simmons if the Sixers lose this game. If the Sixers lose this game, Ben Simmons, if the same guys that were jumping on KD jumps on Ben Simmons, then I will have absolutely no problem with that. Because unlike KD, who gave it his all, and he out there busted his ass for his team, James Harden playing on virtually one leg. If you notice now, that's why I ain't cooked James Harden like I wanted to. I ain't cooked James Harden the way I wanted to. Yeah, we know he forces me out of Houston. Yeah, we know he had playoff favor, but the dude literally and literally playing on one leg, right? So and then a grade 2 hamstring injury, you ain't supposed to be out there playing. You ain't supposed to be out there on a grade 2 hamstring. So that's why I ain't cooked James Harden like I wanted to. Because trust me, I wanted to cook him. But I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Right? See, at the end of the day, everybody, it has to have context. When you go out there cooking somebody or you giving somebody a pass, there needs to be context behind it. Right? I don't, everybody's like, well, at the end of the day, okay, yeah. But there has to be context behind it. Right? It's not to give a person a pass, it's not to make excuses for them, all that shit everybody like to talk about, right? Context matters. And if the Philadelphia 76ers loses this series, right? Because Ben Simmons grossly underperformed this series. Grossly underperformed. Then, and only then, we have the right to cook Ben Simmons, and you're not going to get an argument out of me for cooking Ben Simmons. Because Ben Simmons sucked. He's been out there virtually stealing money, stinking up the joint. And we got all the right in the world to cook that Bama if he loses this series. So that's why I stand on that. Now, having said all that, I think the Philadelphia 76ers come out and play with some level of urgency, right? Because they are at home, right? They are at home. And that Philly crowd is going to be rocking. And if they come out there flat and they come out there flat and sleepwalking in the game and all that, they're going to get booed the hell out that stadium. Because the Philly fans ain't going to tolerate that shit. They're not going to tolerate a team out there underperforming. It ain't going to happen. So, with that being said, I expect the Philadelphia 76ers to come out, assert themselves. Joel Embiid, he's been phenomenal this whole series. I mean, Clint Capella, I mean, they just have no answers for Joel Embiid. And the dude virtually playing on a bum leg, right? Dude playing on a bum leg, balling his ass off, right? Yet you got a healthy dude in Ben Simmons, for whatever inexplicable reason, either he's out there going through the motions and he's not hitting his free throws. And he was refusing to shoot jump shots. So, if it weren't for his defense, but you got guys on the bench that can come in and play defense, so what is he? I mean, what good is Ben Simmons? And if I'm Doc Rivers, look, you trying to win this game. You ain't got time for nobody to be out here pussyfooting around. You ain't got time for someone to be out here pussyfooting around. If you're gonna go out there and motherfuckers go out there and stink up the joint, you need to give them the hook. A quick hook at that. Right? Now, for the Atlanta Hawks, right? Because the Philadelphia 76ers give y'all the one thing y'all shouldn't have gotten, and that's confidence. Right? Continue to exploit them on pick and roll. Right? Make them find a way to stop you. What's up, Mr. Panzer? Yeah, I mean, you're not going to get an argument out of me about that. Right? But anywho, continue to exploit them on the pick and roll, right? And I wouldn't necessarily have Clint Capella come set the picks. You can use John Collins, right? John Collins on some sequence can come set pick and roll, because unlike Clint Capella, John Collins, or who I like to call John the Baptist, right? John the Baptist actually has a wide array of moves he can use to draw fouls, get to the cup, and in some cases get to the free throw line. So for me, if there's one person outside of Trae Young that is the key to the Hawks pulling up an upset, would be John the Baptist, right? I like John the Baptist. Oh, hey, what's up, man? Salute to you, homie. Yeah, Lou Williams, man. Hey, man, I love Lou Williams, man. Lou Williams, man. And then you gotta think, he played as professional ball in Philly, right? He was a one-time Philadelphia 76er, right? Shit. Won't you think Lou Williams would like to stick it to the Sixers, man? And I know he played ball there, right? And he playing for his hometown team. Would you think that Lou Williams would like to stick it to goddamn Philadelphia today, right? Because if they're gonna look, I don't know how many. What's up, B Skrills? Hey, man, appreciate it, man. I don't know how many tonight, but if they're gonna give him like 20 to 25 minutes, right? Look, this dude can score the basketball. He can get to the cup. He can facilitate. If they're gonna take Trae Young out the game, that would be one guy I would bring in. Cause I could look. This for all the marbles, man. If I'm Philadelphia, right? If I'm trying to take out, man, look, I'm selling my soul to the devil. Well, figuratively speaking, right? I'm selling my soul to the devil to make sure Trae Young is not the reason the Hawks win. God damn it. Fuck. Down 3-1. Fucking motherfucker. Now, what was I about to say before I got that alert? Oh, yeah. I'm selling my soul to the devil to make sure Trae Young ain't the reason why the Hawks win tonight, right? If anything, that's when you bring in Lou Williams. What about it? What about criticism for KD? KD left it all on the court last night. So what you trying to say? KD dropped damn near 50 points. Dude just ain't balled out he balled out. Dude just ran out of gas in overtime. I mean, what do you expect? That's why I'm saying you got to stop treating players like they're robots, man. They're not going to be perfect all the time. When you're out there playing 49 to 50 minutes, virtually not coming out the game, yeah, he lost, but that's what competition is. There's going to be a winner. There's going to be a loser. You can't win them all, right? You can't win them all. And, KD knew what he was up against, and he came up short. So, it is what it is. But I respect the fact how he went out. He didn't go out like no bitch. He didn't leave the game when they were getting their ass whooped. You see KD leave the game early when the team was down? No. He was still out there. So, I don't know what you're trying to say. Context is in its proper context. Right? KD didn't leave the game early when the team was down. What do you mean he ain't got no clutch gene? KD hit the shot that put the game to overtime. I mean, what you talking about, dude? No clutch gene? What are you talking about? And if his foot wasn't on the line, the Nets would have won that game. Possibly. So you mean no clutch gene? KD, what are you talking about? KD ain't got no clutch gene. Anyway, I'm not talking about the Brooklyn Nets and the Milwaukee Bucks. I'm talking about the Atlanta Hawks and the Philadelphia 76ers, right? So the 76ers, I expect to win this game. Now, I know a lot of people say that a lot of people got the Hawks winning. I ain't got no issues with that. You know what I'm saying? The Hawks, they got a really good team. Nick McMillan is a really good coach. So I have absolutely no issues with you saying that that Atlanta was going Atlanta win this game tonight. Now, that being said, I want to root for Nick McMillan though. I like him, and especially after how he got a raw deal in Indiana last year, right? And let that be a lesson, you Pacers, you Indiana Pacers. The grass is not always greener on the other side, right? Y'all go from making the playoffs to Nick McMillan to not making the playoffs, and y'all have a losing record, and y'all fired y'all coach a year after y'all hired him. Matter of fact, it wasn't even a year. Well, it was a year. It was a year. It was a year. So the grass ain't green on the other side, right? So by Philly, prioritize stopping Trae Young, right? And then do leave it up to guys like Bogdanovich and Lou Williams and Gallinari. I would take my chances with those three. Well, maybe not Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich can score. But I would take my chances with Gallinari and Lou Williams. But I would not take my chances I will not take my chances with Trae Young. Won't do it. Or John the Baptist. So, yeah, that's all I got for that particular breakdown of that game. That's going to be a really good game. It's going to be a tight one. There's not going to be no runaway. I think with both teams know what they got on the line, it's going to be a good one. What the hell you talking about? Talk about we being funny. What the fuck are you talking about, dude? It's already been well established and understood that KD didn't get it done. It's already been well established, right? And I appreciate that, bro. Yeah, I fuck with you too, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I ain't want to just go out here and just blatantly cook guys and all that, man. I'm about putting things in its proper context. Now I'm about calling it down the middle. What's up, Annie K, my sister? What's good? That's what I'm about. I don't have a bias towards or against players and all that. I don't. I'm only loyal to one team and one team only. That's the Los Angeles Lakers. That's the only team I care about. I don't care about the players. I just care about the team. And unfortunately for the Lakers, we didn't cut the mustard this year. So, I mean, it can't win them all. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Yeah, if he watches me, that's great. You know what I'm saying? That means my channel should be booming, you know? If LeBron watches me, right? So, let's talk about, can I see Dennis? Hell no. Hell fucking no. Hell no. What's up, Will? Hell to the fucking no. Do not bring that motherfucker back. Hell no. Dennis Schroeder, that guy, fuck that. Fuck that shit. Hell no, man, look. If I would help that motherfucker pack. I would help him pack his shit. I don't want that motherfucker back. Fuck that. Fuck that clown ass back. Man, you know what? I'm about to get off that shit. I don't want to talk about that motherfucker, yo. Fuck him. Man, I don't want to talk about Dennis Schroeder no more, man. Fuck him. And Kuzma, I'm highly disappointed in Kyle Kuzma, man. Highly disappointed. But I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that fucking Tasmanian devil, Dennis Schroeder, had the motherfucking ball. That Tasmanian devil was the reason why the offense we ain't had no goddamn continuity and shit. Because he trying to get his. He playing for a contract and not a championship. That's my motherfucking problem with that fucking bastard, man. Fuck Dennis Schroeder. Now, let's talk about the game that's going to go down in less than an hour, right? Game 1, Western Conference Finals, Phoenix Suns, LA Clippers. Clippers got a big-ass turnaround, right? Clippers, big turnaround. Big-ass turnaround for the Clippers, right? Coming off that win Friday night, playing Sunday afternoon, no Kawhi Leonard. Matter of fact, Kawhi Leonard not even with the team. He's going to be out for games 1 and 2, right? He's going to be out for games 1 and 2. Kawhi is, right? It's already been reported, right? Terrence Mann coming off a career-high 39 points. Paul George, the rated R superstar, had 28 as they dispatched the Jazz in 6. Now, the question for the Phoenix Suns is, all right, we have no Chris Paul, because Chris Paul is out due to COVID protocols, right? Okay, so obviously the offense is going to go through Devin Booker, right? They're going to go through Devin Booker. So what I expect the Clippers to do now, whether or not Tyronn Poole does it is a whole nother story, right? All right, you know, there's no outside. The only person on the Phoenix Suns that can hurt you is Devin Booker, okay? Someone just ran over that deer. God damn. Somebody killed Bambi. Now, where was I at again? Oh, yeah. Talk about this game, right? The only person on that team that can hurt you is Devin Booker, right? So I expect him to get trapped a lot. They're going to trap the fuck out of Devin Booker. They're going to make guys like Mikal Bridges and Jay Crowder, right? Even though, what's up, Gideon? Salute to you, man. Yes, Bambi is dead on the side of the road on I-95. You know what I'm saying? Bambi is dead. Well, at least the daddy is. But anyway, man, Bambi got killed on Father's Day. Well, at least Daddy Bambi got killed on Father's Day, right? At least the NBA team, what was that again? So, Devin Booker's going to have a rough game, right? So, for me, the other scoring options, guys that can facilitate, maybe bring the ball up. Cameron, oh man, I don't know why I'm saying this name, but Cameron Payne's going to be the guy that's going to be filling in Chris Paul role, right? Man, Phoenix Suns don't have a bench, y'all. They don't. Because, okay, who you would bring off the bench? Frank Kaminsky? Dario Saric? Now, I wouldn't necessarily sleep on Dario Saric, Dario Saric can score the basketball, right? So if there's one guy I think that can get some burn, that can that can help out with scoring is him. Dario Saric is a guy I'll be on the watch out for, right? Now Cameron Payne's gonna be the point guard. Another guy they got is Carter, that Carter guy, Javon Carter, Vince Carter lookalike. Um, that's another guy they can bring in, but I'm not aware. I'm not sure how he's gonna fit in the rotation, if he's even gonna be in the rotation. Because I think Marty Williams only running like 6-7 deep on the bench, if that. He runs a he'll run. I think he's gonna run a really tight rotation and whatever like that. But I don't see how. Yeah, right. He does look like he's 37. This is a series the Clippers should win. Okay. Now, with Chris Paul being back, there's no telling how long he's gonna be out. Right. For all we know, he could be out the entire series. So this is a series that the Clippers could win or should win. Clippers have a really deep bench. They do. That's something that the Phoenix Suns do not have. So that means either they can't get in foul trouble, and that's the main thing. The starting cast can't get in foul trouble. So for game one, and then another thing too, Phoenix Suns hadn't played in a week because they swept the Denver Nuggets, right? So damn near a week before since they played. So it's like, is the team's going to be rusty, or are they going to benefit from the rest? Right? Because you know when you get teams that play in the playoffs, they haven't played in a while and all that. What's up, Marco Hinton? They tend to be a little rusty coming out playing in the first game. So there's that question: is this team going to be rusty? So I got the Clippers winning this game. And I got the Clippers winning the series. But how many games it goes hinges on when Chris Paul is there to return. Because he's in health and safety protocols right now. That couldn't have come at a worse time for the Phoenix Suns, man. Damn. But yeah, that's what I got. I got the Clippers winning this game, and I got them winning this series. So it'll be the Clippers, and then I got the Sixers winning the night at home. I think they come out and they learn from mistake. And what's up, Nick T? They learn from their mistake. When you got a team up by that much, you keep your foot in their ass, right? You don't let a team come back from 26 down and beat you in your house. So if the Sixers jump on them tonight, I think they learned their lesson, and they're going to continue to put their foot in their ass until the game is over with and all that. So if you're up by 26, find a way to get up to 36. Right? And maybe we can see Ben Simmons shoot a 3. Just maybe. Don't know about that. So, man, it's going to be really good games tonight. I can't wait. It's going to be really good games today. And if the Philadelphia 76ers lose, you can expect Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid, right? One of them going to be in different uniforms next year. Sixers and Bucks, yeah, that would be a good Eastern Conference Finals matchup. But it really don't. To me, it don't make a difference who come out in this series. Like I said before, whoever comes out in the Bucks Nets series, that'll be the team that will go to the NBA Finals. to me, that Bucks Nets series was the de facto Eastern Conference Finals. It was. So whoever came out that series was going to the NBA Finals. So right now my finals prediction is the Milwaukee Bucks and the LA Clippers. Now, if it's the Bucks and Clippers, right, in the NBA Finals, then the Milwaukee Bucks will have home court advantage. They will. Higher seed, better record, and they beat the Clippers twice this season. So, the Milwaukee Bucks will have home court advantage in the NBA Finals if it's the Bucks and Clippers, right? If Philadelphia, say like they get past Atlanta, they get past Milwaukee, well, they will have home court advantage in the NBA Finals, right? If the Suns get past the Clippers, right? Depending who comes out in the Atlanta series, right? Atlanta, Philadelphia. Say Atlanta wins, and then Atlanta get past Milwaukee, then Phoenix will have home court advantage in the NBA Finals, right? But as it looks right now, the NBA Finals will be coming from an Eastern Conference team. No, I take that back. Phoenix was number 2. So Phoenix will have home court in the NBA Finals if they make it. The only team they'll have home court advantage over the Bucks, because the Suns had a better Bucks, because the Suns were a 2 seed in the West in the NBA. So the Suns will have home court in the NBA Finals. They get past the Clippers and the Bucks make it to the NBA Finals. So if there's Suns and Bucks NBA Finals, it'll be the Suns that have home court advantage. Now, if it's the Bucks and Clippers, then the Bucks will have home court advantage to the NBA Finals. Right? So one more time, so I make sure I'm not confusing anybody. If it's Suns and Bucks in the NBA Finals, then Phoenix will have home court. If it's Bucks and Clippers, then it will be the Bucks to have home court. If the Sixers get past Atlanta tonight, right, and they get past Milwaukee, then it'll be Philadelphia who has home court in the NBA Finals. Right? They were number 1 seed. But I got the Bucks and Clippers, though. That's my finals prediction. Right? And then when we get to the NBA Finals, I'll give my prediction when we get that far. But I don't want to jump the gun. You know, I ain't no goddamn going Nostradamus and all that shit. For real. But there's gonna be some good games, man. Man, I'm hungry as fuck, man. I need to get something to eat, man. Fuck this shit. And I need to get some goddamn gas. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get up out of here. What's up, Kev Cook, man? Salute to everybody in the chat room. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, ring that bell whenever I go live, man. That way you get those notifications. Shouts out to the LDBC. This your boy. Scream at me. Hey!